YouTube channel. I'm so excited to finally be able to share with you guys what we decided to name our baby. David and I have had this name picked out for a while now, and even though we have shared the name already with most of our family, I just decided that it was time to go ahead and make a dedicated video. But before we found the name that we settled on, David and I definitely went through a little bit of a process in eliminating other names that we didn't like. We had a couple in the beginning right off the bat that, we didn't end up going with. So I'll kind of share those names with you guys and kind of take you through the process of how we eliminated those names and then finally found and went with the name that we settled on. So the very first name that David and I both really liked is Henry. And Henry is a name that came about because I had a dream one night that I was calling out to this little boy and his name was Henry. And for whatever reason, that name just always stuck with me. I just thought it was a very classic sounding name. I thought, it was easy to pronounce. It sounded a little bit old school and masculine, and that's another reason why I liked it. But, once we found out that we were actually pregnant and David and I talked about it a little bit more, the more we decided that Henry just didn't quite click. David just thought it was a little too old school sounding, and so Henry fell off the list. So the second name that we really liked was Carter, and this is a name that I definitely liked way more than David. I tried to get him on board with it, and he liked it at first, but he was just never 100% on it. And I just think Carter's a really cool name. It's unique. I personally don't know anyone with the name Carter, but, I guess David has known a few Carters, maybe like in high school or something. So again, David just couldn't get on board with this name. And even though I still personally really like the name Carter, we both just obviously couldn't agree on it. So Carter, again, fell off the list. So that leads us now to the final name that we settled on. How I actually found the name that we picked is one day I was on this website called Nameberry, and it's kind of just like it sounds. It's this huge website of every name imaginable, and I was scrolling through one day and this name popped out at me. As soon as I saw it, I immediately fell in love with it. So, I sent the name to David and I was crossing my fingers that he would love it as much as I did, because, he didn't like the name Carter, which I really loved. So I'll be honest, I was very nervous about him liking it as well. But he, very shortly got back to me and said he loves it too. So without any further ado, his name is going to be Nolan David Paulino. We feel like it's a really solid name, it's easy to pronounce, and we still feel like it's a little bit unique as well. And more so than anything else, when we started using the name and referring to him as Nolan, it just sounded right, it clicked, and in terms of his middle name being David, obviously we're going to name him after his dad. So at this point, the name is locked in. We love it. So yeah, baby Nolan will be making his debut into the world hopefully very shortly. My due date is August 19th, so it's about 3 weeks away now. We can't wait to meet him. And in the meantime, let's get a little poll going and go ahead and post either in the comment section below or over on my Facebook page where I linked this video on the date that you guys think baby Nolan is going to be here. And if you want to get really specific, leave the time of day that you think he's going to be born along with the weight. So that is it for this video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the little story of how his name came to be. Please follow me on Snapchat and Instagram especially, because that's where I will be posting his birth announcement. So if you guys don't see me on YouTube for a few weeks, it's very possible that I had the baby. Be on the lookout for more bump updates coming up soon, and I will see you guys next time.